my channel. My name is Misty, and today I figured we would do a video with you following along with some of the curriculum we do, and this is our language arts lesson. If you're wondering, we use All About Reading for language arts. We are on level 1, and this is generally what I will use for the day. Sorry for the rustling. Vivi's over here trying really hard to be quiet, but she's a busybody. We're gonna get started soon, okay? So before we get started, let me just explain some things. Also, don't forget the subscribe button is down below for you to click so that you can stay up to date with all the homeschooling content on this channel. And the like button lets me know that this is a type of video you would want to see in the future as well. And yes, I'm pretty much in pajamas today. It's that kind of day for me. So generally what you will see me use in a day is I'll have the printouts for the day, which right here are our 2 activities. I'll usually have the cards pulled from the All About Reading card set, and the yellow ones are our sounds that we're working on, and the green ones are our sight words that we're working on. And then as always, I have the teacher manual with me. If you don't know, the teacher manual spells everything out for you as the parent and makes it quite easy. We're working today on the sound of NG, and this is a brand new lesson. That's why I decided to bring you along with the start of a brand new lesson. Now, we only go for 20 minutes a day. We do not go over that. So it is normal for it to take anywhere from, I'd say, 1 to 2 days per lesson for us, just depending on how quick she gets the information. Now, I do want to say that you do not have to follow exactly what this says. If we do exactly what this says, then I would be doing flashcards of our sight words. That does not work for my daughter. She is not a fan of that. Therefore, we do something different. Like today, we have the words over here on this board you can see in the background, and that's how we're going to work on our sight words. I will say a sight word to her and she will find it on the board. Also, this here is the original pages of the actual child workbook. I make copies and obviously cut them out and print them. That way I can use this in the future for any future kids. Right now that we got all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started with the lesson. Hopefully that wasn't too boring. I just need to fill you in with all the info, obviously. All right, let's go ahead and head over to the board. Okay, just kidding. We're not going over the board yet. I thought we were ready to start that portion, but we're not. We're actually going to work with these little tiles. I got these tiles at Target because I didn't want to pay for their tiles for the program. So I just got these from the dollar bin at Target for, I think it was a $3 board that I got it from. They're also magnetic, which is great. They stick to this metal table, works out perfect. Also, I do have their app downloaded to my phone. Not to my phone, I have their app downloaded to our tablet. I just don't have a charged tablet right now, so we're going to do the more old school way and just do the tiles. Okay, so first and foremost with this part that we do, you see the alphabet tiles are right here that she's working with, and she likes to lay them out in alphabetical order. You can do it however you want. This is a side note, just so you know, but you see how we put the red? I obviously need to write it again. It's just dry erase, so it's coming off, but I'll rewrite it soon. But we put a red square around our vowels. That way she can remember the separation between the consonant and the vowels. That's a very important thing for them to learn at this age, so that's one little way we do it. If you have their tiles, you know that they color code the tiles as well. So if you have your own tiles and you want to save some money, go ahead and just use a dry erase marker or something like that to mark the vowels away from the consonants. Also, to be clear, I do not include this in her 20 minutes. This is something she likes to do for fun outside of her 20 minutes. So just know this is not included. That would take up a lot of the time. It's kind of like a game for her. She likes to do it. So I start the timer after we're finished with this part. Are you doing it backwards today? Oh goodness. You can do it backwards if you want. Obviously today she's wanting to do her alphabet backwards. Just see her run back and forth here to figure out her alphabet backwards. So I'm okay with her doing things like this because I'm more about her finding fun ways to be interested in the curriculum than to be very analytical and over the top about everything being perfectly in order. So her doing her alphabet backwards is fine as long as she can still find the letters to use for the activity. All right, now she is done. And by the way, this is marker I haven't been able to get off. I'm gonna have to get something stronger to get that off. She's done. You ready? Mm-hmm. All right, let me set my timer on my watch. All right, so we set our timer. Let's get started. So today we are focusing on the sounds of, what letters are these? Good. Can you say it out loud? NG. Good job. So what sound do you think NG make? What sound do they make individually? They would say, well, this could say J or G. Yeah, they could say J or G. Usually it says G. But when they're together, they make the sound ng. 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 Good job. So we're going to go over some words. I want you to spell S.
Okay.
I. N. So I want you to sound out this. Remember, these two make one sound. What sound?
Ng.
All right, put it back. All right, so sound this out. These two are together and they make what sound?
Ng.
Yes, let's try this way. This is sing. All right, let's work on the next one, which we're gonna remove these. You're gonna put R and then an A. Now this is a little tricky for you just because you're used to hearing just short vowels. Like you're used to hearing right? So this changes them a little bit. When you put a vowel in front of NG, it changes the sound a little bit, but you'll get used to how that works, okay? All right, let's try this. Rang, good job. Rang, like the phone rang, okay? So it's like the past tense of the word ring. So the phone rang. Now we're going to put these back. Okay, I want you to find L. Oh, good job. Now, once again, remember it changes it a little bit, but you can still do the same sounds as you've always done. So, long, good job. Are you gonna give me a high five or you leave me hanging? Oh gosh, okay. Now we're gonna spell a new word. Now I want you to do T-H-I. So remember, when TH are beside each other, are they together? They're together. So let's try this out.
Sing.
Sing, good job. Okay, so we have moved on from the little activity on the table, though we will be going back to do it because once again, I don't have a tablet today that is charged. But we're going to do some review. Normally, I would not do her review during her 20 minutes of reading lessons. However, or her language arts, whatever you want to call it. However, we've been really bad about review lately, so I'm going to include it in our 20 minutes today. Once again, I have a busy body, sorry. So normally you would do the sight words out of the spin here, you would see the cards, but I already just drew some random cards and wrote them up there, and we're going to review that way. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do is find and erase the word no. Good job, erase it, please. Good. Next, find me the word for. Awesome, go ahead and erase it. Find me the word tell. Tell. Awesome, go ahead and erase that one as well. Grass. Good job, go ahead and erase that one. Now find me the word trick. Ick. Trick. Awesome, go ahead and erase that one. Said. Great, go ahead and erase it. Brush. Go ahead and erase it. And I. Great, good job. Now also, as you can see here behind me, she is on a bouncy ball. This is extremely normal for us. My style of homeschooling is to keep them engaged and have it interest-led, and also to believe in allowing them to move their body. So we don't stay at the table all the time. I actually try to stay away from sitting at the table as much as we can, unless it's like hands in, and you see we're doing that. We have magnet tiles, we have different blocks and things that we'll use, and then when it's not something like that, we're over here. Granted, I do use a tablet though, as I said, but we move over here for other activities. But it is very normal to see her expelling her energy on this bouncy ball, and it works great for us because she's able to still focus and get her work done, but she's also getting rid of the energy that she has as a busybody, where otherwise she would probably not pay attention well and be quite crazy. Now there are times where she does allow the ball or whatever it is she's using to keep herself busy. She'll allow that sometimes to become the focal point, and that's when I do remove it. So she understands that she's allowed to do things to expel the energy as long as her main focus stays on our actual lesson that we're learning. Once the lesson is not the main focus, but being the busybody and hands-on is, then I remove that thing and have her kind of hone in that energy and calm down. But for the most part, it's not an issue, and she gets to continue to keep her busy body going and moving and expelling that energy while she learns. So far in this book, we started here. We talked about these words that you saw her build, which I did it differently than how it explains to do it, and that's fine. That's how I choose to do it. I don't stick exactly to what they say. I make it funner for her. And then we did our review cards over on the dry erase board, as you see. Now this is going to definitely be a 2-day lesson, and I may film the second half for another video. I think that would still be helpful to see because it does change up. But now we're going to focus on building more words using the NG sound and how it affects the vowels.
Yeah.
And then what will happen is probably after this point, unless she moves pretty fast, we're going to have to save the work that you see over here for tomorrow. And that would be doing the paper activities and also some more sight words. So we will see, and that would be the end of that lesson. I have to read her these words. So there's a huge paper that I print out, but this is just showing you. That's a lot of words for a kid to do in one sitting. So I will have her just repeat after me because I think it's quite torturous to try to get them to read every single word and sound it out without your help. So yeah, that is how it works. All right, now back to the lesson. So as we were saying, NG sounds like good job. Like I said, expel the energy. She's still doing the work. That's what's important. We're going to work on what the vowels sound like with this card, okay, with those 2 letters. So get those back under there. I know you put them under there, silly. You think I don't see you? I see everything.
How?
I can see peripheral vision. I always have trouble saying that word. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to focus on what vowels, put those down, what vowels sound like with it, okay? So this is the A, okay? This part says, when this is alone, it says ng, right? When the A goes on, it says ang. Okay, let's make some words with ang. A-N-G is ang. So next, I want you to put a B in front of that word. Now I want you to sound out that word. So let's separate it. Ready? Bang. Good job. You were almost there. Yeah, like that. All right, so you did bang. Now let's do this. What word is this right here? Say louder. What?
Fang.
Fang. Good job. All right, I'm gonna move this. Let's try again. What is this word? Hang. Good job. All right, now let's do a new word. What word is that?
Ring.
Rang.
What's a
Good
ring?
job.
What's a ring?
Like the phone rang. It's like a past tense of ring. Now we're going to change the vowel. We are going to talk about the I. What does an I usually sound like? What sound do we usually focus on for I? It. But when you put it on an NG, it changes to ing. Ing. All right, so let's do some words with ing. Are we ready? Let's put this S here. What is that word?
Sing. What's a
Sing.
sing?
Sing, like to sing.
Oh, like
Yeah.
this.
Like what? Yeah. Oh, I forgot to set the timer again.
A, B, C.
Yes, good job. That's singing. All right, come back. Okay, so we're almost done with this lesson, and I went ahead and stopped my watch because we're just gonna finish this up. So I'm gonna take the last bit of this 20 minutes, and basically we're going to go over the last vowel sound, which is the U, and then we're going to just review each vowel sound without making words. So you'll see that here in a second. That's what we are going to continue to do, and then I'll stop there, and I think I'll film a part 2 for you guys so that you can see the continuance of this lesson. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish up. So you did the A, E, I, O. What's the last vowel we need?
I got something.
What? Oh, go ahead. What is it?
John.
John. Good job. So you've done A, E, I, O. What's the last one we need?
U.
U. Good job. All right. So let's get a U, wherever it's at. Here it is. All right, let's build some U words. So what would this sound like on its own?
U.
Well, if we were doing the long, but what have we focused on? Good job. So if we take the and we combine it with the NG, what sound do you think it makes? Close. Ung. Good. Ung. Not ong, because that's no. Ung. Good job. All right, let's make some more words. What word is that?
Hug.
Not hug, you forgot the N. This is ung. Hung. Good
What's
job.
a hung?
Like I hung the Christmas decorations. She hung the flowers on her porch. Okay, so we got hung. Now let's go to the next one, which is an S. What word is this? What sound does that make together? Ung. So what is that? Sung. Good job. I'm gonna take that away for now. It's distracting. So you have done all of those. Now let's talk about all the vowels. I want you to grab all the vowels and I want you to line them up like this in order. So what's the first vowel? We're gonna leave out Y. Y isn't included in this. That's why it's sometimes Y. In this instance, we are not using it. What's the first vowel? A.
E.
Put it under it.
I. O. U. A. E. I. O.
Awesome. Good job.
Is there a name with all the vowels?
I'm sure there is. There probably is a name out there with all the vowels. Okay, so we're gonna focus on these. So usually we'd hear a, right? Yes, because we're working on short vowels. But when we add the ng, it changes. So it goes from a to ang. It goes from to or ing. It goes from I to ing. It goes from a to ong. And it goes from to Good job. So, eng, ing, ong, and ung. That's a tongue twister, kind of. Yeah, so that's your vowel sounds. So we are done for today. Right.
If we put a Y in there, it would be A-E-I-O-U-Y.
Right, but it's not today. All right, good job.
A-E-I-O-U, sometimes Y.
Give me a high five, because you can go play.
I'm gonna put an S for sometimes Y.
Yeah, you can play with these as long as you want, okay?
Okay, I think I want to play with the pointer in the...
Also, you will notice that I would often give her examples, or she would give me examples of the words used in a sentence or a definition, just depending on what was easier in the moment to understand. That is very common when we do this. It's not part of the lesson, but she naturally is very inquisitive, so she always asks what the meaning of a word is. Once again, sorry for the sound. So it is very common for her to give me a definition or a sentence using the word, or sometimes she'll actually get up and do the word, which you saw she flung the ribbon, or vice versa, I do it for her. So it's just another part of what we do to add on because that's interesting to her. All right, so I will go ahead and do a part 2. I think it'll be good to do the parts, and usually I have my toddler with me, but because I wanted to film it, I saved our extra schoolwork for nap time instead of during our school day, so we just changed it up a little bit and did it this way.
Are we ending this now?
Yes, we're ending this now. You want to come say bye?
Bye-bye.
All right, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you found it useful or entertaining, and if you did, make sure you hit that thumbs up so I know to make more videos like this in the future. And the subscription button is there for you to subscribe for all the future homeschooling content I'll have on this channel. See you guys in the next video. Have a wonderful day. Have fun homeschooling. Bye.